All right, guys, and we are live. What is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993 coming at you for the first of two live streams I'm going to do tonight. And of course, I'm not here alone. I am here with my kitty, which, Grafer, you're hiding. Grafer, turn around. Say hello to YouTube. Say hello, Grafer. He wants to go out. All right, I better let him out. All right, I'll let you out, Grafer. You want out? Hey, you little sneak. Look at him. He literally just tricked me into, Grafer, off my, there we go. Now you want to go out. All right, fine. Don't stick over the live stream. You can go back in my chair later, okay? All right. Sorry about that, guys. It was literally a little bit delayed start to this stream, thanks to the cat. But, guys, we're back in. Guys, let's try this again. Take two. What is going on, guys? This is the Club with the Man 1993 coming at you for my live preview and predictions for WWE Elimination Chamber 2019. It takes place this Sunday, February 17, 2019, at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, where I actually will be in Houston later next week because I have my layover there for my flight down for my trip going on. But shh. My sister can't know because I'm gonna be surprising her. But yes, so this is my live preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber 2019. There are 7 matches on this card from what I can tell. I can never tell more because honestly, let's be honest, guys. I'm not as pumped for Chamber as I usually am. There just really isn't that much on the line here. I mean, yes, we're getting the new women's tag titles. The Cruiserweight Championship match, should be good on the pre-show, but it's not really going to be anything too special because, it's on the pre-show and probably Murphy's going to retain. We have, championship matches that are just basically, for the most part, not all of them, for the most part, just getting people on the card. And we have one match that's not for any titles at all whatsoever that I just absolutely don't care about. So my expectations for Chamber 2019 aren't too high. I mean, there's some matches I feel could be good, but at the same time, I don't expect much to happen on this show. I'm just not. And part of it can be because, WWE is having 2 pay-per-views, Elimination Chamber and a pay-per-view that needs to just go down the toilet and never come back again. Fast lame. Yeah, fast lame, not fast lane, fast lame. Because that pay-per-view just done nothing. I mean, again, I can understand Chamber because, you're giving multiple people one last shot at having a big moment for WrestleMania, basically. I get it. But Fastlane, every year, it feels like an episode of Raw. And this show doesn't feel that much more special than a regular, weekly episode of another TV show and whatnot for Elimination. So my expectations aren't too high. There's matches I feel, could be fun to watch. But I don't expect much to come out of Elimination Chamber 2019. It's kind of sad, I gotta say. We'll get into my preview and my predictions, see what happens. There's 7 matches. One of the pre-show, though, the rest are on the main card. So we have, 2 Chamber matches. So, I don't know. With 2 Chamber matches and there's 4 regular matches, I expect this show to probably go about 3.5 hours. It better not go. It better not go to 4 hours. It would be absolutely stupid for the WWE to do that. 3.5 hours when I say the show needs to be, because we need shows like that. You don't need freaking 4-hour shows every single pay-per-view or 5 hours like the Rumble was, even though the show was still fun. 5 hours was too much. WrestleMania's gonna be that long, but I'm prepared for it when I go there in April. But anyways, so yeah, let's get into there again. We have 6 title matches, 1 non-title match. So we'll get into it, give my predictions. Let's see the live chat. We've got Dakota. What's going on, Dakota? He said, "Did you hear Eva Marie is in talks with WWE about coming back?" I have heard rumors about it. Yes. Not too sure how I feel about it, but we'll see what happens if she does come back. I bet the best match is the 6-man Chamber match. That matchup is stacked up. Oh, for sure. That is going to be awesome. Watch Orton be the first one eliminated by Styles, and he will assault Styles to set up their match at Mania, and RKO him. The final 2 will be Randy will be Hardy and Bryan. Interesting. Then Harper or Wyatt will attack Hardy from under the ring and help Bryan win. Could be an interesting analogy there. I mean, I definitely see one of those happening with Bryan winning. I mean, we'll get to that when we get there, but the interesting analogy there for sure, Dakota. But thank you for joining me a lot, buddy. So let's get into it. Again, as always, I want to do this card in the order of the matches that I believe are going to happen. So the first match that's going to happen is the pre-show match. Which once again, why are they putting the stinking cruiserweights on the pre-show again? They deserve to be on the main show. But it's Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa. Tozawa, though, has picked up some momentum lately on 205 Live. He's had some big victories over the likes of Hideo Itami, Drew Gulak, and then in that fatal four-way number one contenders match, elimination match, he pinned 2 of the 3 people eliminated because Cedric Alexander pinned Lio Rush. Tozawa pinned Humberto Carrillo, and the second person he pinned was Cedric Alexander, which is a nice little sequence there as well. So I kind of can get why he's getting this opportunity, but same time, I don't think Buddy Murphy is going to be dropping the title to Tozawa. I don't think so. I'm going to think he's going to retain as maybe since there's a few going on with Tony Nese and Noam Dar, which I think it was only their second match. I can't remember if it was their second or first match, or second or third match this past week, which was a very awesome no disqualification match between Tony Nese and Noam Dar. I feel like maybe Dar can get the opportunity at Fastlane or beforehand, but at some point again, I really feel again that one, Tony Nese improved a lot over the year. And 2, with Buddy Murphy, his storyline, I feel like he's developed that character where it's like he's gained the respect enough from the audience that he can transition to a baby face. And I think Buddy Murphy will turn face before WrestleMania, and Tony Nese will turn on his training partner, and we'll see Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese at WrestleMania, which I think could be a pretty good match as well. But Buddy Murphy's going to retain over Tozawa, hopefully a good pre-show match, and eventually, I guess, that Tony Nese will turn on Buddy Murphy. So that's my pick for the pre-show match. The match I think is going to start the main show, honestly, is the first of the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. The Boston Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, taking on the Samoans, Slaughterhouse, whatever you want to call them, Nia Jax and Tamina. The Riott Squad, Fire and Desire, which is apparently the name for the team of Sonya Deville and my girl, Mandy Rose. Fire and Desire. So, okay, I guess. I mean, they were Absolution at one point, but they can't be anymore, so Absolution's dead. The Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, and then Fabulous Glow, Naomi and Carmella, which, of course, I feel that status for Naomi could be up in the air, and for Jimmy Uso, since, they were both involved in a little bit of some police business earlier today or last night, and Jimmy Uso was arrested. I could put the SmackDown Tag Title match in jeopardy as well. But of course, we'll see what happens when we get to that performance. But anyways, so this match, I mean, I don't know. In some ways, I'm looking forward to it. In some ways, I'm not, because there's not too many well-built. Well, Mandy and Sonya have improved over the past few months. I'll give them credit. Billie Kay, Peyton Royce still haven't really got much anywhere. Naomi and Carmella as Fabulous Glow, okay, I don't know, still not the best one. Nia and Tamina, still can't stand. And the Riott Squad with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, just the 2 of them alone just feel weak. So I don't know, with the amount of inexperience and of some not the best built performers, I still feel this shouldn't have been. If they were going to bring back the women's tag titles or bring them, and I can't remember if they existed before or not, I still feel Elimination Chamber was not the proper structure. It was not the proper management to have. Like, if anything, I would want to see either a tag team turmoil match between these 6, or a match they haven't done for a long time, a tag team scramble match, which I think they had some 5 or 6 people involved. This would be 5 or 6 teams, and they have it's on the clock, and then you keep getting the pins, and whoever had the last pin when the clock reached 0, that was the actual winner of the match. So I kind of how one knows. I don't know. Again, an Elimination Chamber match just doesn't feel special with some of these people involved in it because they weren't built up the best. I mean, some of them got better for sure. We all know Sasha Banks and Bayley, they've been stuck in this business for how long? Because again, this was supposed to happen back at SummerSlam, which is why again they tried to do the whole Team Hell No storyline with them, with the whole counseling stuff, was just god awful with that feud that should have led to a one-on-one singles feud with Sasha and Bayley, but it did not. But apparently the only reason why they pulled the plug back then is because Vince McMahon didn't like the designs of the belts. So we did that all for nothing. So here's my thing. Definitely still saying Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to win. Because, I mean, it should. If they don't win this time, it's stupid. But, of course, I know yesterday Sasha Banks was cleared to return. But, again, there's some things I trust with WWE, some things I do not trust with WWE. Like, how do I not know they're not just saying that just so she could appear in the match, but then she could re-aggravate her injury or whatnot, and she could be, just like written out of the match in some way, So I still think, it should go to Sasha Banks and Bayley. If it doesn't, though, since, we always see Naomi get her comeuppance on Mandy Rose this past week in the triple threat match that they had when they pinned Fire and Desire. I still think Mandy and Sonya I feel would be my second pick to win this match. But it should be Sasha and Bayley, and then they won't defend them again until, well, maybe they'll defend them on Raw or something, but they won't defend those titles again until they defend it in a match with Lita and Trish. I'm predicting. I've been rumored to hear about that also at WrestleMania, which I feel should happen. It would be a nice little treat for us for WrestleMania 35. So I'll go with that. Hopefully they'll get Nia and Tamina out the way because I don't care, or even the Riott Squad, because just Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan alone, I just don't care at all. It's like Ruby Riott, yes, but just two of them, they don't do much for me at all. But I'll give it to, again, Boston Hug Connection is my first pick. But again, here's the thing. If Boston Hug Connection do not win the tag titles this time, have one turn on the other. Just finally have the turn happen. I don't care. I mean, I still think it's Sasha who needs to turn more. Because I feel like, as a heel, she thrives more. Again, I'm always up to giving Bayley a chance as a heel, though, also. I feel like I did hear rumors that last year before Mania, it was supposed to be Bayley turning heel, but they pulled the plug on it because they spoke up and like how creatively where they were going. But if they're not going to put the titles on Boston Hug Connection, then just turn them on each other for crying out loud. Drives me nuts. But who knows? Because again, we have the Four Horsemen feud probably coming up here later on this year. So who knows what will go down with that, guys? But my pick is for Boston Hug Connection to win. But again, if not, then second pick would have to be Fire and Desire, Mandy and Sonya. But that's my pick for the women's Elimination Chamber match for the tag titles. We have a 2-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley, the IC champion, and Lio Rush taking on Finn Balor. Now, here's the thing. If Lio Rush would have beaten Finn Balor on Raw, then I could see him, kind of using the heel advantage and making the case to be, be in a handicap match with Bobby Lashley, since Finn has something to prove against the both of them. But Balor beat Lio Rush. So I don't get why this had to become a handicap match. I mean, we've seen these two have matches, like 3 or 4 times, last fall after Lashley first turned heel. So I don't really care. I mean, it's not the match I care the least about. I mean, again, I personally think since Bobby has gotten the IC title, it's kind of like, toned down. Him just staying in the ring, having these slow matches, showing off his physique. I mean, he has gotten, faster and more physical. And again, Lio Rush is definitely a great in-ring performer. I thought him and Finn Balor had a good match recently, but just the fact this is a handicap match, and I don't get why, kind of don't really care too much for it. But I think with it being a handicap match, I'm still going to, here's the thing. I'm going to give you my prediction. I still think Bobby Lashley will retain. But I could also see if it goes the opposite way, I don't think Finn Balor is pinning Bobby Lashley if he's going to win this. I think Finn Balor will pin Lio Rush if it happens, but I think Lashley's retaining this. He's going to at least hold on to it till Fastlane or even like Mania. Because I think either Finn Balor will win it off of him, as he probably should, because of oh, what's it called now? Because he just put on a good performance with Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, or I feel they may wait, and if Kevin Owens returns the babyface, he can go after Bobby Lashley for the IC title, since Lashley was the one who wrote him off TV basically. So that is if they bring back Owens as a babyface. Who knows what's going to happen? I wasn't 100% sure if Owens was going babyface or not based on that, update promo they gave from him going bowling with his family. But again, I'm up to giving Owens a try as a babyface when they bring him back. It's cool with me. Just hopefully he'll get on track and not be in that, that stage where it looks like he's getting opportunities, but he's just there to fill a spot. Again, that's where Owens was before he got written off. Like, he was not doing terrible, but again, he was kind of in a spot where it's like he was just there, all right, but not great either. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to say Bobby Lashley retains this time. I don't think he's going to drop the IC title quite yet, but he will by Mania for sure, I feel. Live chat. Let's see what we got here. We got Lauren. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Sorry I missed your last few streams. I know you've been busy with work, but I'm glad everything's working out. Watch Orton versus Styles, which would be awesome if they have that Mania. Because I'm saying Hardy, Bryan, and Joe will be the final three, which could happen. Then Jeff eliminates Joe. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense to have Jeff eliminate Joe to get his comeuppance on Joe, since Joe technically won their little feud they had at the end of 2018. An Orton and Joe match though would still be a good idea for sure. No offense, but how will Nia and Tamina fit in one pod? Yeah, that's a good question there. Yeah, Sasha and Bayley definitely better win. Who knows? What's up, Mark? He wants to see Kofi win and become a Grand Slam champion, which honestly, if that would happen, cool with me. Like, I am completely cool with Kofi winning the title if he would. Again, I still feel based off of that booking and how it went down, I still felt that was supposed to be Mustafa Ali getting that performance that we got on the Gauntlet match on Tuesday, but I still feel that that they had like a good replacement for Ali with Kofi Kingston for sure. But I would not be opposed to Kofi winning. Kofi has a shot. I wonder, did he tell Vince he was going to AEW if he didn't get that big moment? I mean, I don't know if it's that, or because again, apparently you have to tell Vince you want to go to AEW to get title opportunities. Who knows? But again, just the way it was booked, especially with how he pinned Joe. Like Ali and Joe been kind of involved in some type of an altercation. I'm pretty sure again, Ali would have got that on Joe, pretty much. But yeah, I that's what Phil had. But it could be that case too. We all know Ronda's going to win and Charlotte's going to get involved somehow, probably. I hope Leo costs Bobby the match, which would be shocking if that happened. Balor will win by pinning Rush. They put Rush in so he can take the pin, which to protect Bobby. Which again, I can see that happening too. That's my second option for sure. Owens cut a face promo, which seemed like it is. Zayn will be face also, which again, if Sammy comes back as a face, I feel that, yeah, I feel like, his heel run kind of ran into the ground with that Bobby Lashley feud. But again, as I keep saying, I feel they need to separate Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, put them on separate branches for 1 year to give them something fresh, because they're always running with each other, which again, they don't put on bad matches, but they need something fresh and, working around each other, I feel. So we'll see how that goes. What match do you think will be the best match, Mike? Probably the men's chamber match, I'm thinking. But we'll get to that prediction a little bit later. But thank you guys for the stuff in the live chat as always. Continuing on here. Now this match could be good, but if it still happens based off of what happened, news we brought to earlier today, it's the best tag team in the world, The Miz and Shane McMahon, taking on the Usos. And Jimmy Uso, unfortunately, was welcomed to the Uso penitentiary and put on lockdown. Bam! Oh, way to go there. He might be joining might be joining the Valentine who got arrested because he stole someone's heart. Oh, did I just go there with a little bit of a Valentine pun? Just kidding, guys. Yeah. So with this happening again, as I said in my little video of talking about Jimmy Uso's arrest, again, I'm not sure if Naomi is getting facing any repercussions or anything, because she was the driver, I believe, and she was driving drunk. But Jimmy Uso, again, apparently threatened to get violent with the police officers, threatened to put him up, basically, and whatnot. He probably would tell him, hey, it's not paranoia, it's the Usos! Just getting a little too crazy here, guys. But Uso crazy. But I'm not sure if those arrests are going to have any effect on any of those matches. This match, I feel, could be good. Again, surprisingly, I was not looking forward to the match with the Bar and Team Bestie or Team Best in the World. Because, I knew Shane and Miz were going to win that match. But it ended up being a very solid tag match. And I feel this could be a solid tag match also. Now, I originally was going to definitely pick the Usos. My one friend keeps predicting that the Usos will go on to win the title and go to WrestleMania and face the Revival, and that's when they will merge the titles. But my thing is one, you don't want to make Shane and Miz look like a complete joke and haven't dropped them yet. But two, with it getting closer to WrestleMania, we're 2 months away. And obviously we all know this is going to lead to a match with the Miz and Shane, which I'm still mad about. Again, I just don't feel like it's going to be best for Miz, I feel. But at some point, the tension's got to start building a little bit. So I want to see happen with this match is I think this time Shane and Miz will win. But they will win thanks to, the Miz, doing like a roll up by using the ropes or something like that. Maybe Shane will kind of contest it with Miz saying like, hey, your feet were on the ropes, like that's not what the best in the world do or whatnot. And then that's eventually what lead. Because my friend also predicted, when it comes time, if it is Miz who turns on Shane, which I'm still hoping, because again, Miz is meant to be a heel. He's not meant to be he sucks as a babyface. I'm sorry, but I just don't think he's that good as a babyface. Instead of having just Miz doing the turn, what if Miz's dad provoked the turn, basically? Like, what if he was the one who, gave Shane a low blow and the Miz just attacked? Like, I don't know, like something along those lines, is to get Miz's dad, George or Greg Mazan, whatever his name was, involved in this a little bit more. Like that, it would be interesting. But I think the Miz and Shane will retain, but the Miz will do some type of dirty tactic, like I get feet on the ropes or something like that, or I grab the tights, like something. Give a chance to the Usos, or even if they want to give it to another team like Sanity or somebody to win the tag titles off them at Fastlane, and then probably that's where the turn between the Miz and Shane will probably happen. So I'm going to predict that in the long run, unless even they give them the Heavy Machinery. Again, Heavy Machinery's been off to a pretty good start. Of all the NXT call-ups, they've definitely been doing the most, and they definitely, I feel like, entertained us. Of course, I don't know if you guys saw on the WWE app, but apparently they're no longer Tucker Knight and Otis Dos Gertis, Tucker and Otis. I don't get you, Viz, with names, but so yeah, I think they'll retain the titles here, but then they will drop them at Fastlane. That's what I'm going to predict for the tag team match. But still, either way, it should be a very solid match. I think it's going to be a good match. Oh gosh, do I got to talk about this match? This is the match I'm probably the least excited about. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin in a no disqualification match. Nothing's on the line here. It's just no disqualification. This has been an ongoing feud ever since Baron Corbin costed Braun Strowman the Universal Championship at WWE Crown Jewel, which, again, I can't, I'm not gonna go back there too far. But okay, so Braun Strowman had help in the TLC match since he was still injured, and everybody who apparently did not like Baron Corbin took out Baron Corbin and helped Strowman win that match at TLC. But then here's the thing: if they wanted to have Corbin continue to go after Strowman, they should have done it like on Raw or something. But they didn't need to have another freaking pay-per-view match that means absolutely nothing. And Drew McIntyre is involved with this also. I mean, yes, there is a history with Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. Why couldn't it just gone straight to like a feud with Strowman and McIntyre? Why do we have to do Corbin and Strowman again? And I'm just not behind it. It just drives me nuts. They're trying to make it look a little more deadly. Yeah, the fact that, probably, we'll see, Kurt Angle, who, again, sorry, I love you, Kurt, but you are not in any good shape at all whatsoever. You just can't do it anymore. I mean, I hate to say that now, but it's like you're just your age is really starting to show, buddy. I mean, I love you, man, but I'm not really going to be digging a Kurt Angle match if it happens at WrestleMania. Like, no offense. And I don't know. So we're probably going to see McIntyre and Angle get involved in this match, which, if that's the case, honestly, here's what I would like to see happen. As much as I would love to see just Strowman just squash Corbin, let go of this and move on, none of the two actual competitors I feel will actually benefit from this. The one person that's kind of involved in this feud that I feel like could benefit from this, though, is Drew McIntyre. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like ever since McIntyre got eliminated at the Rumble, by of all people, Dolph Ziggler, yes, I get it, he was giving him his comeuppance after, turning on him and, the way he beat him down after their steel cage match. But Dolph's not doing anything at all right now. So what was the point of him eliminating McIntyre at Royal Rumble and going on to be in the final three? Like, I did not get that at all. So I feel, but ever since then, I just feel that McIntyre's kind of lost some momentum. Like, they were kind of saying they were setting up a feud with him and Cena. If it's still going to happen, if Cena is able to go to WrestleMania, if he's not too busy filming his movies, they bring him back, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's gone again and film a movie, which again just made absolutely no sense. But I hope that they were set up for a match with McIntyre and Cena, which I'd be for. So personally, even though I know if Corbin wins, Strowman's going to still go after him, and it's, oh my gosh, it's still going to drive me crazy. But I personally would like to see Baron Corbin gets his victory thanks to help to Drew McIntyre. But it's not for Corbin's benefit, it's for McIntyre's benefit. Let's face it. Are either Strowman or Corbin getting a Universal title shot anytime soon? I don't think so. So I feel, just let Corbin get the victory, because again, if McIntyre helps him out, it's going to be at least, something to give, McIntyre a little bit of momentum again. And even like a Fastlane, we get like Strowman and McIntyre, I'd be cool with it. But I just don't care about this match whatsoever. Again, as for my prediction, though, we'll see what happens. We didn't have a Raw Women's Championship match. Ronda Rousey and Ruby Riott. Basically, this match is only happening because Ronda challenged, Liv Morgan. Then she challenged Sarah Logan. Then she challenged Ruby Riott, but she said, I'll get in with you on my own terms. And all of a sudden, boom, they're having a match. No other storyline involved, which, could be a decent pay-per-view match, I feel. But it's just a match just to put over Ronda Rousey, give her another title defense under her belt, and probably have, Charlotte, who had probably the ticket at ringside, being there, just, scout her out, and probably try to get involved somehow. And then maybe we'll see Becky Lynch show. I don't know. If Becky does not show up at Chamber, she's definitely showing up on the February 25th edition of Raw when we celebrate Ric Flair's 70th birthday. But yeah, this is just a match to put over Ronda. So I think Ronda is going to win that match. And then finally, we got our main event, which will be the Men's Elimination Chamber match, which, since when was the last time the WWE Championship was defended in the main event? Well, the WWE Champion was in the main event at Survivor Series, but it was, a champion versus champion match with Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. And before that, the last time the WWE title had been in the main event, I believe, was at Fastlane last year. in that 6-pack challenge with Styles, Cena, Owens, Zayn, Corbin, and Ziggler. But this match, now originally it was supposed to be Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and Mustafa Ali. Due to some nagging injuries that Ali has had, and also an eye injury he just recently suffered also. He got replaced by Kofi Kingston to put on that amazing performance on SmackDown the other night. But let's see here. In order how I feel eliminations will happen, if I can predict this. I didn't really do this for the women's match, but I do feel we could get the setup with Randy Orton and AJ Styles for a feud for Mania, since Orton did do that RKO out of nowhere on Styles in the Gauntlet match to win it. So he'll be the last one in, but I definitely see Styles rolling him up, and then Styles and Orton will brawl, as Dakota said. I feel Joe will at least get Kingston. You know what? I'm not going to completely take. I mean, I hate this, but I actually really like your idea, Dakota. But I think again, have Hardy pin Joe to get his comeuppance. Have again Hardy and I mean, I feel like Kofi will be eliminated pretty quickly. Daniel Bryan, it'll come down to Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy, and like maybe Jeff Hardy will maybe he'll lose thanks to outside help from either Rowan. Or again, Harper is either going to return and team up with Rowan or feud with Bryan. But I feel either way, we're probably getting down the line either Daniel Bryan and Luke Harper or Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. I mean, I love to see Bryan and Bray at WrestleMania. It could be Bray with like a little bit of a new gimmick, being like, this is not, you have like, my former henchman. Like, this is not what, I sent them free to do, basically, if you know what I mean. But I feel either way, Daniel Bryan again just made that eco-friendly championship. He's not going to lose it this soon, I feel. So I feel that Daniel Bryan will retain with some outside help. And also, I find it interesting if they actually have Bryan be the first one to start off the match, since he got eliminated first in the Gauntlet match by Kofi Kingston. It was a good back and forth thing, but that's your champion, and you made him look like a loser by having him lose just that early, which I thought was strange. But I think he's going to hold the title till Mania, and we will see him hopefully maybe face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania for the championship. We'll see what happens. But that's my pick to win, Daniel Bryan. So before I check the live chat one more time and then take a little break before I do my top 10 of the evening. Again, I have Murphy retaining over Tozawa, Boston Hug Connection winning the women's tag titles, Bobby Lashley retaining the IC title, Miz and Shane retaining the tag titles with a dirty finish from The Miz, Corbin winning the no DQ match thanks to help from Drew McIntyre, Ronda retaining, but Charlotte will probably get involved in the match somehow or show up at least, just stare her down. And then Daniel Bryan will retain inside the Elimination Chamber thanks to some help from either Rowan or both Rowan and Harper. Live chat. Let's see what we got here. Let me see here. Do you think we will have a pre-show match, which is the Cruiserweight Championship match? Who does everyone think will be the first eliminated from the match? I could see Orton being first, but I don't know. I mean, Orton's supposed to be entering last, so maybe he will be when he comes in, but I think he will be at least one of the first two to be eliminated, I feel. I mean, Kofi and Orton will probably be eliminated first, I think. I thought the Usos was going to win, but since Jimmy got arrested, I don't know, and I don't know either. I think Shane will be the one who cheats, and I will give Miz one more shot as a face. Sounds like fair. The Strowman Corbin match should be 30 seconds, which if that's the case would be awesome. It is pointless for sure, and also Asuka is not doing anything to do with the time. She's not even on TV, not even having a match, which again is absolutely ridiculous. Again, she retained against Becky Lynch in I thought it was a great opening match at Rumble, but she's not doing anything now, which is just absolutely stupid. Apparently Asuka is hurt. Oh, I did not know that. Mark didn't know that either. Do you think Rollins will win at Mania? I heard he will send the crowd. Do you think Rollins will win at Mania. I heard he will send the crowd home happy. I think he's gonna win at Mania. There's no reason this time for Brock. Even last year, there was no reason for Brock to have that title past Mania. Give it to Rollins, you know, and then we can move on with our happy lives. Enough with this Brock Lesnar Universal Champion crap. It's been too long. Let's see here. Have Jeff and Bryan start and have them be the final two. Maybe, unless if they want to start off with Bryan and Kofi, and then Bryan gets Kofi out just to get his revenge on eliminating him or something. I don't know. We'll see. But could be the case. I won't be on the next one. I have to work. This is my Friday. Oh, geez, man. Sorry about that, Dakota. But thanks for joining me. I know you're busy too working, my friend. But definitely thanks for coming in for the streams whenever you can. But yeah, guys, with that, I'm going to check out. I'm going to do my other top 10 special stream, probably about an hour, I'd say, guys. Still get prepared for it. It's going to be a little bit of a goofy one. It's a fun one, but, just for the holiday. Has something to do with Valentine's Day, of course, also. But I'll do that in about an hour. I got to say, take a break. But thank you guys for my live preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber 2019. Again, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below of your predictions for Elimination Chamber 2019. And as always, sure, guys, click my like and subscribe or comment to my channel. You may follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirborne93. Guys, I'll see you guys in about an hour, maybe less. Depends on, how I feel, if I'm ready or not to do my live top 10 special of the week. Until then, guys, I will see you all then. Peace out, everybody.